Listener is trying to take down extensive notes and is missing points. Listener's lack of interest. Listener has preconceived ideas. Listener thinks he knows more than the speaker. Listener is afraid of the speaker or envious or prejudiced about him. Listener is anxious to input his own ideas. Listener wandering attention. Listener over sensitiveness of certain words or phrases which may have been used quite innocently. Listener cannot make sense of what the speaker says because it contradicts with what the listener knows from within. Listener deaf spots prevent him from taking in and retaining certain ideas. There are people who cannot listen to numbers and figures, to politics, or to descriptions of surgical operation. Also, if the idea goes against his strong opinion, it may be either wrongly interpreted or distorted in the listener's mind. Listener do not deploy adequate energy to concentrate on hearing and to make the objective evaluation of what has been understood. Listeners are constantly trying to find counter argument to whatever a speaker may be saying. Thus, listening is difficult because it does not occur in isolation. There is a continuous stream of consciousness in the listener's head, made up partly of understanding and interpretation of what he is hearing, partly of interest that may have nothing to do with the external dialogues. Also, there is a considerable risk at what the speaker is saying have to compete for attention with what is going on independently in the listener's mind. For an executive, this hindrance may cause serious difficulties in getting at the problems of employee relations, motivation, morals, etc. In order to succeed, he must develop appropriate listening skill and follow certain rules for better listening. Here are some of the causes of poor listening. Apart from the fact that most people have simply been not taught how to listen well, there are some other factors that may work against the effective listening. For instance, a disparity between the speed at which we normally speak and the speed at which our brain can process data. We can think 4 times faster than we can speak. A desire to keep control of the conversation. A desire to demonstrate intelligence and skills by trying to give the answer before fully hearing the question. Difficulty by listener. Being preoccupied and not listening. Being so interested in which you may to say that you listen mainly to find an opinion to get the floor. Formulating and listening to your own rebuttal to which the speaker is saying. Listening to your own personal beliefs about what is being said. Evaluating and making judgments about the speaker or message. Not asking for clarification when you know that you do not understand, not being followed, equipment broken from misuse, sales lost, feelings hurt, moral lowered, productivity decreased, rumors started, and health risk increased. Still, poor listening skills are not as readily apparent as poor speaking or poor writing skills. It is easier to spot the poor speaker or writer, but much more difficult to spot the poor listener, because a poor listener has fake attention. Actually, the poor listener may not be aware of his fault, and they may mistake hearing for listening. Hearing denotes perceiving sounds. Listening means decoding and interpreting them very correctly. Then we have to see what is the process of listening. There is hardly any point in someone talking if no one listens to what is being said. Listening is half of oral communication, and it is a skill that needs to be practiced and taken equally as seriously as speaking and acquiring good listening skill. So, if you aim to climb the ladder of success, this is something you need to take seriously. The consequences of not listening carefully could be disastrous. Listening process has some of the points. They are: if you are to understand, you have to understand why the oral message are so often unsuccessful. You must understand and listen process. Here are some 6 stages of the listening: receiving the message, then interpreting the message, then remembering the message, then evaluating the same, and responding to the message and acting on that message. These are the 6 points: receiving, interpreting, remembering, evaluating, responding, and acting. Receiving means you physically hear the message and take note of it. The efficiency of that stage will be affected by various of external factors such as noise, poor hearing, lack of attention. Then interpreting the message, remembering, evaluating, responding, and acting. We will continue these 6 points in the next part. Okay, thank you. Good day.